Okay, folks, we are Monday, the 7th of November, 2022, and positive tone in the markets across equities from some good Asian really idea that we are going to come out of a COVID zero policy in China. Not really seeing it just yet, though. For buying the rumor, selling the fact seems to be what we're doing right now. Positive tones across equities. So as per usual, we're going to look at S&P, oil, and today we're going to flavor it up with a little bit of Bitcoin. So let's look at the S&P where we are now. Yeah, as I said, positive tones seen across the Asian session. Really then, but it's across the Asian session as we kind of lifted back through the gap that was opened up here last night on the S&P. So otherwise gapping down on S&P as we're kind of leading into the resolution on the US midterms. But we're having a pullback here at the moment. Just from best levels on day so far on the S&P and QP val, big level up here for the market to contend with. But it's looking good again. Now here we are through the 1 o'clock marker, bid up on equities. We should continue to try and get a little higher here as the day progresses, but look out for pullbacks back out to 37.67. I think we picked up the buyers at 37.59. So don't need much more there. And oil just really putting in a fantastic performance here, closing the gap. We'll look at that in a second. But we should definitely start an oil podcast called Higher. Anyway, here in the S&P, looking at weekly bars, we'll just blow this main screen here. As you can see, we did indeed close above the 37.59s as I was talking about last week, and we are now tally-ho for further retracement back up from the downside we saw last week. Very bearish pullback, as you can see here on the weekly bars, but I think we can put in some decent upside trade here. We just between this morning and now, we actually are hearing out of Facebook that they are planning for layoffs. Now, the economy is not the market is not the economy. So, that may be so, but I think we can still move higher here on equities. Yeah. All right. So that's it, really. We'll be looking at this in detail in the Discord room for the team. But yeah, tally ho for oil here. Looking for today, I'm actually looking for 94 spot 71's the 2011 and 12 low. So let's kind of get into oil. Yeah, here we are. Lovely doji on the weekly bars back here in September, end of September. Then ripperoonies to the upside through the 2001 low, 91.31s. Really, it's just a little bit obvious. We're going to trade 94.71s now and higher, I think. I don't see any news on the horizon that could scupper this. I did see a couple of oil production levels were a little bit high. I think it was Azerbaijan has some pretty punchy supply levels, production levels coming through there. So, but I don't see any headline risk here, even with the looming COP conference on in Edinburgh at the moment. So yeah, look, the really nice trade this morning has been buying the gap low. So see here, we opened gap down on NYMEX on the overnight from 2300 hours to from the pit close to 2300 hours. Bang, gap down about what was about almost $2. Then we drifted back in, and then here we go. Gift from the gods, 8 a.m. Bang, by the bottom of the gap here at about 10 o'clock. 2 hours later, gap closed, job done. Reverse back into VWAP, buy it. Up we go. We should actually move a bit higher. Definitely look to take something off at CVAH 9240s and 9268s, and then look for the big blaster up there to 9471s. Nothing really in between here. And look, lots of liquidity at 93s for the sellers for the buyers to get out there. Shift those contracts onto a seller's plate if you like. So yeah, that's on oil. And then Bitcoin, I hear you all frothing at the mouth to find out what Bitbook is doing here. Well, actually, it's not doing that much, but I just thought it was at an interesting juncture in its lifetime here, as we kind of, look to potentially, a lot of dips being bought on equities. But if we don't have a successful week on, putting in kind of new 2 week highs this week, even by Wednesday, I think the markets may turn to the downside on equities. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Bitcoin does trade here. You see, it's broken this kind of pattern to the downside, finding 18,485s as supports here, and then back up, retest on the trend, and it's getting banged back down here. So just not really super bullish on Bitcoin at the moment where it is. I would love it at 16,260s. But where it is right now, I think, I'd have to tear in again at 16,260s and then look for kind of a bounce from what was essentially last traded in November 2020 here. You can see that November 2020. We just got to push that up a little bit here. You can see that. So yeah, that's it really. Now, one thing for the longs though is simply that if this Dixie, the dollar, right, keeps deflating and keeps getting de-risked here, daily bars on the dollar, if we start pushing down to 110s, 109s, this Bitcoin is going to have a ripper. So if you see a pullback on VWAP today on Dixie, could be a nice day trade or kind of week trade to get long into Bitcoin and look for new highs on the week. So, all right, that's it. That's it for me for another pre-US session. Please do click to like and link and subscribe. And listen, I'll be talking to you during the week. All right, have a good one, and I'll see you in Discord. Cheers.